Alright, hello everybody, sorry for that delay, just new updates got me all in a frenzy apparently. Had to accept a few things, then had to accept it twice. But got in the game now, so appreciate these teams for waiting here, and you will get it going now. On this stream, Carnage and JadeJesters here in the Silver Division. Happy to get these two teams streamed. And yeah, round one already now on the way. These teams are here, they're ready, they're willing, and so am I. Glad to have these teams on stream for first time in a bit. Stream both of these, names from last season, but coming in now in season 3. 6-5 record there for Carnage. JadeJesters 10-10, very even keeled on that end of things. So with that, now the first joust going to be had here. Possession going high, and maybe 2 bombers. Bomber trying to send that to the tunnel, bouncing into the tunnel. So taken over by Log Trimmer for JadeJesters. Now, by the by, in the chat, let me know if you guys see any funny business or hear any funny things. So I'm getting a little buzzing in my ear, but I think that might just be a me thing and not a stream thing. So let me know. Hopefully audio sounds all crisp and cool. Right now, it's Project trying to be calm and cool. Couldn't quite hit that one. So that's going to bounce off the ding into the midfield. These teams trying to jostle for position. You can see Moose there doing a pretty good job to delay a little bit on that blue stack. Now, meanwhile, on the other end, there is the blue stack. They're still going to recover. So Neptune for JadeJesters. They're going to get that over, bouncing it towards that cloud, and some brawls being had up top. And meanwhile, Hyena Dragon here. I think I probably could turn the sound down. Looking a little bit loud. That's that Bomber Blast here, trying to get loud and get proud with maybe their first goal. That's going to be a bit high. Overtaken now by Neptune.
Sends it back the other way.
So trying to get into a rhythm here, both these teams, just to start off this round. Let me get that game audio down just a little bit for you. And meanwhile, the stacks are coming out, and there's River Bear, and perfectly into the goal. So it took them a minute and a half, and sometimes it does indeed take some extra time to settle down. And that's okay, of course. Alright, hopefully that audio is a little bit better, more even. That said, wow, Hyena Dragon, well, they're gonna get even, actually gonna get up by 2 more points. So couldn't quite capture the 3, but they'll still gladly take a 2. Now, so yeah, with that, for JadeJesters, I did stream them earlier in this season, but it's been a few weeks for Carnage here. Haven't been able to get an eye on them yet, so very curious to see how they are, what they do here. They've been doing some work again in that Silver Division, and with a win here tonight, could definitely press up on that record. And with that, oh. My mistake also, I realized my teams are all up in a wrong sides. Neptune there, though, will get it for the side. Carnage. Alright, so we're good. But with that will be 2 points. First goal for JadeJesters. Or sorry, for Carnage is what I mean to say. There we go. Now we're good. And also shout out, by the way, to Happy William in the chat. Yeah, apologies for that, though. Like I said, the update. Didn't realize they had so many other new agreements and things I had to answer to, so that's why I was a little bit running late on this stream. In comparison, my pub testing was going okay. Like, I was getting in pubs fine, pub spectator, but once I had to actually load into a lobby is where it all went wrong. So, not quite the smoothest start on a cast, but you know how it is. Getting warmed up, and this is actually my first cast of this week, week 9, season 3. Definitely getting into the thick of things. I mean, season 2, this was the end of the season, just about 10-week season, but of course now with the cycle system, 3 cycles, 5-week cycles there in the Master Division, a bit of a extended season this time. In terms of the total amount of weeks, although there are some break weeks in between. But yeah, back in season 2, this would have been nearly the last week. But here, we're just about 2/3 of the way through. And there's Mushroom Ninja trying to find their way through. Unfortunately, some defense in that area, so gonna give some opportunities here, perhaps for the recovery. In midfield, actually, there is a Bomber. Now trying to send a long bomb, but not hitting anything. Now rebound from Neptune. Neptune just working the way up and down the floor. They have 2 teammates already in there as a swing around, redirected, but nice tap off by Bomber, able to cut off the passing lane. Still yet though, Log Trimmer is there, has a disc, sending it towards Neptune. Neptune couldn't quite reach it the first time, but able to get it the second. Now Neptune, a beautiful pass. Ooh, and a good finish from Speechless, leaving me nearly speechless on that one to tie it up. Good plays. Really like the cut, getting themselves open. That's what you need to do, and that's what they did.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So with that, yeah, Carnage now. That 6-5 record. Did tie it up. But back at the reaction, it's going to be Mushroom, or Mooshroom as the case may be here for Jade. JadeJesters losing the disc, however, but there's Project, sending it midfield, intercepted by Riverbear. Now Riverbear sending one over to Bomber Blast. Not a lot of room, but just enough, in fact, as Bomber blasts through the defense. And somebody flies by the cams. Who was that? Supremely entertaining, and also nice 3. I'm surprised they got that hit. That was a very impressive, for sure.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And hello, Crazy Kid, what's up? First Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? Not Thursday. My days are all lost. But first cast of the week. Good to see you. Been a few days. A few days. But we're back. We're back. And glad to be that way. Of course, on channel 2 here, streaming a few of these matches tonight. Kind of overflow. Channel 1 being casted on by Dimwee and Wonder for the moment. A lot of great games tonight. Now Bomber with a recovery here, had that nice shot the last time around. Meanwhile, stacking up together, there's Speechless and Neptune. They do get a little caught up on the Geo, but actually redirect pretty nicely, maintaining their stack. And maintaining maybe enough room to get a clear. Will bounce right back towards them, but still gets a second attempt, and there's a clear successfully before Log Trimmer will send it midfield. So overtaken here by Hyena, but Riverbear is also there. Log Trimmer now, we got Rivers, you got Log. Do some log dancing at the moment, but taking it back, there's Project, and they're gonna tie it up. So Project 3-6-9-0. Well, they got the 7-7 tie. 3 minutes left. Nice work by these teams to come back in it and really kind of trade goal for goal. Crazy Kid roller skating while watching this. Nice. I cannot do that. I've tried it. Followed my butt though. Yeah, actually, I just ordered myself a new PC also. PC parts. Really just a whole new PC in general. It's a beefy one, but also kind of hated to bite that bullet because of the whole GPU situation these days with the shortages and high prices. But, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Over here, though, trying to get their stack together because that's what they need to do. There's 2 for each team arriving right below the goal. Hyena Dragon taking it away and barely even glanced at the goal before releasing it on the shot. Nice way to put them up for JadeJesters. 2 points now. 9-7, couple minutes left.
9, 8, 7.
Motherboard Friday. That's not good. That happened to one of our casters and moderators, Dano McFabulous. Yeah, he had his stuff fry as well. I also had my motherboard fry back in the day. Right after I came back from ESL Season 1 finals, I got home, and my PC wouldn't turn on. And yeah, that was a really bad way to return from a trip, but I know the feels for sure. Kind of sucks. So that said though, over here this game kind of rocks. 2-point differential. Really both these teams doing well to contest each other, and back and forth, neither team pulling ahead by more than a couple goals in this first round. Now, Bomber Blast is going to be there for a tap-off, but how long it actually stays on either side is anyone's guess because it's been fast-paced, end-to-end, and look at the defense! It's Neptune, the king of the deep blue. Indeed, on the defense, doing some fantastic work. That could give them a chance, maybe, but they do need to get this disc back. Now, it will be Neptune there with a recovery as well. So they don't have any players, unfortunately, on the orange end of the floor, near that bubble anyway, so the offense won't quite be there. Now, maybe trying to punish that is a stat coming in from JadeJesters. Let's see. Now, that's actually going to bounce really close to the goal. Wow. So, beautiful save on one end from Carnage and from Neptune, but They need to do it again, and they need to get that disc onto the other side. What a catch, though! Mushroom over to Hyena Dragon. So Hyena sending it over to the barrier, little too strong. That's going to be tough on the recovery. River Bear with one more, but again, strong in the pass, but still yet the great positioning from Jade is getting the job done. At the very, very least. Now, one more pass to Bomber. They can put it away, but wow, another save! Speechless! Incredible defense coming in from Carnage here in this round and towards the end. Super clutch, but what they need to do now is get it to the other side. Unfortunately for them, it'll just be a 3 from River Bear right on beat to indeed hand defeat to Carnage. That was clutch on top of clutch from both teams defensively, from Carnage, offensively though, from JadeJesters, able to do such a great job to stay in position, get the rebound after rebound after rebound, and then ending it with that fantastic 3. Great start. Alright, so we'll head over, head over to the score screen. Like I said, first cast of the week. Probably should have hydrated better than I did before this one, but I was kind of in a frenzy, and now how it is. That said, Ignite. IgniteVR.gg, of course. Happy to present the stats. They do so well at it. Make it look all nice and pretty. 12-7 on that first round, and yeah, very effective finish there for JadeJesters in particular. Again, the defense from Carnage was fantastic, but you saw the rebounds kept on happening despite the saves and some of the missed passes from JadeJesters. They threw a few strong ones in there, getting into the thick of things, but because they had good spacing, you know, all their players were spaced out evenly, left, right, and center. Even when they missed their passes or had their shots saved and cleared, they were still in position to get another grab on it and another opportunity. That's a huge part of Echo, of course.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams have cleared the launch.
All right, so next round, second round, launch here. For Carnage, seeing if they can make a bit of a comeback, and in a sense, I mean, they look really strong. You know, a couple things went a different way. Carnage could have easily taken that round just as well. So let's see how this one goes. A bouncer over to River Bear. Whoa, River Bear gets it right past the defender in 3. And that was a 17 meter per second heave. Showing no reprieve at all.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Say, Flair and Nate Appleton, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream as well as Noctim. Welcome, welcome. And yeah, casting Flair's old team here, trying to get some more of these teams casted that we haven't been able to as much this season. So I got, you know, Dimwee and Wonder currently manning channel 1, so over here on channel 2, trying to get those other matches knocked out as Bomber Blast knocks another one in. You know, get some more of these teams that we want to feature, but just don't always get to, you know, because of how busy these, in particular, these slots get, right, in the evening times of North America. So, glad to be able to do that here this time, today. First cast of the week. Also have following this one, well, not immediately following this one, but at the top of the hour, so about 35 minutes from now, we're going to have Brute Force versus Ultimate Crusaders, as on a crusade is Bomber, the Ultimate Bomber. And trying to send that one clear through. So Bomber and Hyena looking for their regrabs. And they do so with some success. And actually redirect nicely too. So look at that. Bomber and Hyena impressing with the chains and the grabs. Really not losing each other there until the end. That said, the disc still going into the hands of Carnage. And will be a log trimmer with it. Sending it to that shoulder backboard perhaps. That might have sailed in. Even if the defender wasn't there. Speechless having it stolen from Bomber. Bomber's doing a very good job on defense. Not to mention the offense, but just getting a lot of these steals. But fast down the floor, both these teams. Look at that, like a spark plug, just all of a sudden. Now a handoff from River Bear attempting to hit Mushroom, but didn't realize that Mushroom had cut. Never cut the mushroom unless you're cooking. But at the moment, I guess JadeJesters, they kind of are. They're at least cooking to the tune of 5 points. Quite a delicious total for them. But fast on that approach, it's Project. Project with a pass to Speechless. Speechless, nearly the finish, but then off of Bomber again. That time, I believe, just off the dome. But nonetheless, defense being provided in bunches and paying some good dividends. Now, Neptune and Speechless, they are going to gather as well, recovering on the defense just in time before a open 3 might have been had. Pass off a bit too strong, so we have seen that a few times from JadeJesters here, where their positioning is definitely very good. Some of their passes a little bit strong. That one was perfect if it hadn't been for Speechless in the way. Another pass there to Hyena, and Hyena putting them up 7 points. Definitely had to work for it, though. And despite the difference in scoring right now, one of those cases where it's misleading, right? Because Carnage is playing very, very well on the whole. Just not really having luck of the draw on the defensive end and being stopped a few times, but they've definitely shown via some of this defense, the saves, the chains on the floor. I mean, they're just as fast and just as quick on a lot of these chains, but once they hit the bubble areas where it's getting broken up, sometimes by by the defense, sometimes just by a couple straight passes, but either or. It's still just 1 or 2 points away from this still being a completely winnable game for them. I mean, 6 minutes left, they're not in too much of a stressful situation yet. Although, if that one goes in, which it does, from Mushroom Ninja, it's 10 points up, and that is much more sturdy of a lead than it was only seconds ago. Don't forget to hydrate. I will. I mean, I kind of did already. I should have drank a lot more before I actually started streaming tonight, but I might have forgotten. I got all caught up, and now I have to play catch up on the hydration tonight, unfortunately. But still yet, it's going to be a turnover actually going back to JadeJesters. Much to the chagrin of Carnage, I'm sure that said they're going to grin on that as Project gets a save as well. Neptune deep through, and there is the boost. Now, they will miss a couple of the regrabs. It might not matter, though. There's Log Trimmer, has the angle, trying to find the passer. Speechless as he was cutting very, very quickly down the floor. Some more excellent defense, continuing to be impressed by Carnage with these legitimately great head-on saves. No mistakes about them. Neptune there. Now finding another one, but that's a great grab as well. Now coming in from the JadeJesters defense. Had a few people piled in. Couldn't even catch who it was in time. That said, they're catching the disc mighty fast. No time wasted whatsoever before it hits off the opposite goalpost, or backboard, that is. End to end in a blink of an eye, it seems like. But really some nice saves from both sides. And another good grab from Log Trimmer. Now their main goal here is they do want to trim away at that lead that JadeJesters have at the moment. That's where they're having trouble, because they have the first half of the puzzle in terms of defending, but the second opportunities and the inability to kind of get those clear recoveries is what's killing them, as it does again. 12 points. Hyena Dragon puts them up by a dozen. And starting to slip away a bit with 4 minutes left in the second round for Carnage. Despite the tremendous effort they are putting themselves, or they are putting out there here in this stream at the moment to open up Channel 2. Quick question for you guys in the chat by the by. So are you getting any... Are you hearing any static in the audio, like the game audio in particular? Not my audio. I know sometimes I get some mic popping. But the game audio, like, are you hearing any static or jutteriness? Because I am, but I don't think that means you are. Okay, interesting. Interesting! Because, yeah, I'm getting, like, a lot of crackling in my ear. But I know Dimwee said he had this issue with a new update to Echo, where he got the crackling on his end, but it didn't appear on stream. So, same with me. It kind of hurts my ears, but as long as it sounds fine to you guys, that's fine. Alright. So clear with 3 minutes left, a little dubstep disc there, as it will be still scoreless yet for Carnage in this round. That's after the 12-7 finish to round 1, where it really came down to the wire. Last minute of play, basically. Now up top, it's Project with another take. No one there, unfortunately. Might have been trying to hit Neptune on the nest, but Neptune was pretty well covered by the defense on the whole. Now, River Bear, no hesitation on the shot, but just the same, there's Neptune once again. A very, very sturdy defender. And at the moment, River Bear trying to get it through Neptune and co.
Blue sends it back the other way. Orange team has the disc.
Now on the stacks, trying to cause some separation. There's Bomber Blast. That's a good pass, and the finish as well. They're up by 14. And they're putting together that nice pass play, that passing work where you go not only, cross side to side, but can also, when you talk about cross passes, also can mean forward and back inside the bubble, right? The main thing is you're crossing the pass over from one side to the other where you're making the defense turn their heads. So in that case, it was kind of from the back side of the goal into the front. But kind of same thing, right? By doing that, you're just making the defense have to turn around once, twice, and have to reposition and address that. And right now, it's Speechless, though. Finally addressing this scoreless situation with the first 2 points. So nice job to work their way through. They've had a lot of opportunities close up. It's just a few of them. They've had one of those shots saved. They've had another one go off of the head of someone. I mean, not the most ideal turn of events in the bubble for Carnage when they've been on offense. But up here, it's Bomber Blast with the disc, has River Bear attached, and they know at this point, too, they don't even need to score in bunches. They just need to maintain possession. If they score, all the better, but if they just hold on to this lead and don't score for the rest of the way, that's fine, too. Bomber Blast, though, with a disc, recovered off of some steals. Cut off there, Speechless trying to play the lane. Hyena, though, will get a rebound. And now it'll be off the side panel. Gonna be snagged up here, actually by no one. Everyone trying to kind of grab each other, but as a result, missing everyone else, which will also happen from time to time. Another recovery, though, from Neptune and Co. And although a comeback will probably be out of the books, well, almost definitely based off the time alone, but still, as I said once, and I'll say it again, misleading score, because Carnage definitely have been competitive both rounds. There it goes again. Look at that project. Yet another one. That is a finished project, I would say, because just showing some definite masterclass type of defense with these grabs over and over. Quick reflexes. Can they do it again, though? Won't need to. The miss. But yeah, Carnage definitely competed all the way through. But for JadeJesters here on their, I believe, the 3rd stream of the season, Hyena Dragon with a capper. But for JadeJesters, just showing some great positioning on offense. And the passing, really kind of the difference makers once they got inside the goal. I think defensively, in a sense, I think Carnage was, I would give them the advantage on what they did inside the bubble. But it was just, again, the extra opportunities and the cross passes where it was able to get the win for JadeJesters, and doing so in a pretty impressive fashion there. Again, 16 points to 2. We'll head once more to the score screen there, courtesy of IgniteVR.gg. And yeah, with that, this will propel the JadeJesters to a winning record. So congratulations to them. They got 11 wins now after this one and 10 losses. So that will maybe give them a little juice in this latter portion, this latter half or third of the season, I suppose, to maybe climb that ladder some more. For Carnage, that'll put them at 6-6, so now they will be at that 50-50 win-loss record, which still completely respectable, and they did a fine job here tonight to compete in both rounds, but yeah, JadeJesters just a little stronger on the offense. On that note, let's see. I'll catch up to chat a little bit here, because I do have some time till the next match. Actually, let me take a quick drink. That was me hitting my mic on the way to my drink. Okay, so now what other games do I have? I have at least 2 more after this. The next one doesn't start for about 25 minutes. But we will have a Brute Force versus Ultimate Crusaders. Those are two teams in Bronze Division. But happy to get them streamed here as well, because it's been a few weeks for Ultimate Crusaders. I streamed them back on the 15th of February last time around. For Brute Force, they have yet to be streamed. They actually didn't come into the league, at least as a roster here. They didn't. This roster didn't form for Brute Force until February 16th, so been around for a few weeks. Yet to be streamed until tonight, that is to say. So we'll get to that quite soon. Following that, we also will have on this channel a diamond match between Galaxy and Kraken. Now that one is going to be something to watch as well. Of course, we saw Kraken last time around in venues just a few days back. in North America. So that was definitely a fun match to watch. But looking forward to both those matches here soon. And yeah, I concur. I cannot talk and type at the same time, or specifically cast. That's why a lot of the times I'll mess up. I'll mess up things on the Discord when I'm trying to talk to teams or streams if I'm trying to type as well. Just a bit of a disconnect there. To Noctum saying, Palidore will give you $10 and a Subway sandwich, 2 $5 footlongs, and enough for 2 more. If I coach for like 15 minutes. What's your team, or if you are on a team? Because if you are on one, then in matches too, I try to give a nice mix of casting, like play-by-play, but also analysis / coaching, depending on the situation. So, easiest way. While I do appreciate the offer, and while I do love Subway, easiest way for me to kind of coach would just be to maybe cast your team when they play one of these days. Then I can do a little bit of both, and yeah, otherwise, I used to help out with some coaching on the side here and there, and I used to do that with 11.5. With Dash and Wit, we kind of had this little coaching thing going on in the preseason 1 back last year, but it's so busy with the regular cast that it's hard to kind of spread the time. But if I can do 2 in 1, even better. That's the ideal. And normal conversation with Palidore Kit earlier on. Yeah, maybe when we do the VRML podcast type thing. Still planning to at some point, so maybe. All right, let's see. Anything else pertinent that I might have missed? Dr. Why do you do this to me, Dr. Pepsi? How dare you? The thing is, I like Dr. Pepper and I like Pepsi. Like separately, they're both fine drinks. But I don't know. I'd be like calling me Sir Palidore or Sputnik Door. It's just we're 2 individual people, man. They're 2 individual drinks. They need respect. And yes, correct. Early May. That's I think mid-May are the finals. Can't remember off the top of my head now. I think they were like the 19th or something. 19th, 20th. I think it was that's accurate, or maybe not. 15th, 16th. That sounds right. Well, either or. Early to mid-May. Let me see. Pallywow again. I don't know. Sometime soon, I hope. Always love casting with Pam. Just kind of depends on when we're both around, right? And see Swift in there as well. Swiftador. So another one of our awesome casters who's raiding with a gigantic party of 1. Well, that's all I need. If it's Swift, that's more than enough for me because I can only deal with so much speed until I go blind. I don't know if that's how it works, but I'm not really sure where I was going with that, to be honest. But whatever. No bullies. It was an attempted compliment, but it kind of didn't turn out that way, did it? That's the trouble. Sometimes when you start a sentence without knowing where you're going to finish, you get yourself in a tangle. But all right. So let's see. Oh, Noctum saying, Carnage. Oh, Carnage was your team. That's right. You are on the roster. My mistake on that. Yeah. See you there on the full 6-player roster. That confused me a little bit is all. Well, there you go. That was part of the reason too. I like, I always like casting teams at every division, especially because, kind of casting and analyzing the future players of Echo as the whole thing grows. So, hopefully, I know it's not the same as a full, dedicated casting or coaching session, but hopefully it was still a little bit helpful in that regard. I mean, I think you guys did a great job for sure on the defensive end. For offense, just came down to again the clears and getting the passing lanes, and I think a lot of teams tend to do or not realize the push and pull for is when to kind of push up on offense and when to back it out, things like that. You know, the back passing, resetting, going for the highest percentage chances. Like I was kind of pointing out with JadeJesters on how they had a lot of those crossovers, right, where they went from behind the backboard to the front or vice versa, basically making defense turn all kinds of inside out in order to defend against a shot attempt, stuff like that. I mean, yeah. If I had all the time in the world, or more time in the world, I'd love to cast all the teams and coach all the teams, but there's only so much time. But yeah. All right, so we got, again, about 15, well, let's see, 18 minutes till the next stream, so I'll end this one for the moment and just kind of reorganize myself and chug some water and get ready for the next couple of matches in the night. To Kit, Dream is the cast officially one day soon, TM. And watching you stream and things you could improve. So that one, let's see, there's so many ways to go with that because it's such a broad topic on casting and stuff like that, right? And even I'm still learning constantly anyway. But that one will definitely be a conversation for maybe once I'm back on stream later and when we have a delay, stuff like that. Because I have a lot of stuff. It's just, it'd be hard to start. There is actually, when casters get brought on board, we have a big handbook and I have like a huge multi-page like compilation of guidelines as well as like some tips that myself and various other casters have kind of picked up along the way. But yeah, can get that soon. And as Swift said, casting as much as possible and practicing. And I mean, I guess, yeah, if I can give one piece of advice, which I always give to every single caster all the time, is basically listen to yourself cast. So record, whether you're streaming or if you just record, you know, privately and you're not streaming anywhere. Point is, always record yourself and always listen back because you want to be able to listen with objective ears to your cast and basically try and go in with the standpoint of, if I'm a viewer coming into a stream and I don't know much about Echo, I don't know who this caster is, would I be entertained by what I'm hearing? Entertained, or otherwise do I feel like I've been informed, you know, the caster's informative, like it makes me understand the game, or is the caster funny, or does the caster have good energy, or things like that. I mean, there's all kinds of different casting types, whether analysts, play-by-play, and then you kind of mix personality types too, you know, some are more serious, some are more light-hearted and upbeat, and it depends. There's no right or wrong answer, but it's just more so listen to yourself when you cast, even though it's super awkward, I know. And then after you listen to yourself, just ask, okay, if I was an unintroduced viewer, what would I think of this caster that I'm listening to? And if there's things that you think could improve, then, well, yeah, you improve upon them. You know, if certain times that you stumble on certain words or phrases, or if you feel like you're missing plays here and there that you should have been paying attention to more, things like that, I mean, that can go on for days and days. This is why we need an Echo podcast, a VRML podcast. But yeah. Anyway, all right, before I get too caught up now, I will head off. Another 10-15 minutes will be back, though, for the next stream. I just need to make sure I get all my ducks in a row before we get there. So until then, I've been Palidore. This has been VR Master League Channel 2. Of course, tune into Channel 1 as well, as we have some Master, I believe, Luma Duty versus Aurora coming up on Channel 1 and 15 as well. So you got your options wherever you go. We're happy to have you. But until then, be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other. And I'll be back, well, very, very soon.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.